Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you all here. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's the red button at the top. If you are new, be sure to like this video and also comment below what you think as well. So I'm doing a lot better, subbies. So I'm coming at y'all with 2 videos in a row. Like, quarantine who? I'm in here working. I hope y'all are too. Today's video is about 5 mistakes that women make in dating. Yes, 5. Now, granted, disclosure, people, I am not a relationship expert. These 5 mistakes strictly just come from like experience, dealing with friends and family in the dating world, and also from some of my own experiences. There are more mistakes that ladies can make, but today we are just going to focus on these 5. The first mistake that I think ladies make in dating is telling all of your business to this man. So in dating, I feel like it's always kind of good to kind of be left as a mystery to the man. So, I mean, telling all of your business to a complete stranger can kind of come off as desperate. And then also, too, you don't want to reveal like early childhood traumas or dramatic or like hurtful things that you've been through in your past so early on in a new relationship or dating situation, just because it comes off as like that you're not all the way completely healed. Now, don't get me wrong, ladies, it is okay to share information with an individual so they can kind of get a grasp and generally get a good idea of who you are and kind of what you've been through. But as far as like going all the way in depth, I feel like childhood issues, if you had maybe some sexual abuse happen, if you were abused, neglected, whatever the case may be, I just feel like I wouldn't open up that door so early on. It's a mistake that I've made in the past before, so I want to share with you all to make sure you don't make the same mistake. Again, men like mystery. They try to play it like they don't, but they do. They always want to kind of figure you out and dig deeper into you. So don't give all that information so early on. Mistake number 2. So the second mistake that I think that women make in dating is telling a guy that he's the only one that you talk to at that time. I think really that is just foolish to say. Honestly, you should say the complete opposite. You need to let him know that there is a team, and right now you're on the bench. And that's just what it is, because I feel like when you let him know that he's the only one that you're talking to at the time, it kind of puts him in the mindset of like, yeah, I got her. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, let him know that, you know, it's a little competition. You don't have to go in depth. You don't have to go in detail, of course. But if he asks you that question, answer it honestly. You feel what I'm saying? And I mean, come on, what girl is only talking to just one guy at one time? Especially if you're single and you're actively dating, there's other guys on your line, and you can simply reply and say, you know, currently right now I am exploring other options. I am exploring options. And that's it. That's all. You don't need to give nothing else. You don't need to go any further. If he's asking more questions or wanting you to go into detail, you need to stop him right there, because he's crossing a boundary. He don't know you and you don't know him. So for him to go that deep, it's not so soon. For him to go that deep that early on kind of is a red flag. And the third mistake that women make in dating is actually telling the man what you're looking for in a man. A lot of times, ladies, when you do this, especially when they haven't already told you or explained to you what it is that they are about, they will use that as a blueprint. They will, for the first few weeks or few months, however long he can put on for, he will try to be that exact template that you explained. So it's kind of good to kind of give a generic answer. Again, I'm not promoting lying or anything like that. You don't want to lie to the guy, but you kind of just want to be generic about it. Just kind of see what he says. Don't go really into detail, because I'm telling you, these men, some of them, not all, for y'all fellas that's watching, some of these men will try to be a blueprint to that and will try to conform to what you're looking for. In reality, that's not really who they are. They're a completely different person, but because they want you and they want the good stuff, they'll try to conform. And that's not what we need. We need you to be authentic, original, and real in the beginning. So as a woman, I can make an adequate decision on if you are the right choice for me and if we should pursue this as a relationship. Allow a man to... Coco, stop. Also, allow a man to show you who he is. A lot of times when you're, when you first meet someone and you're in that honeymoon phase, or if you just begin dating, they're gonna, of course, put on their best. They're gonna put on their Sunday's best and be this perfect person, and that goes for men and women. So allow time for him to really reveal his true self. A lot of times you need to see a man in a situation where he's angry, where he's frustrated, where he's tired. You need to see him in those type of moods so you know how he truly is. Again, with that point, allow him to show you who he is. Let his actions speak louder than his words. You can only keep up a facade for so long. So, I mean, if he's telling you, oh, I'm just this Prince Charming, or oh, I'm this, or oh, I'm that, or he tries to emulate exactly what you said you're looking for in a man, just let him show you. I mean, some men are that, but again, always follow through with his actions. Fourth mistake that women make in dating is being too honest. Again, we are not promoting lying, ladies, but don't be too honest. Don't be too available. Don't put yourself so much out there. Kind of leave, again, like I said earlier with the first mistake, kind of leave a little of yourself as a mystery. Also, let his mind wander. Like every time he calls, don't always necessarily answer the phone. Let him wonder. Let him think. Now, don't play games like, phone tap and this and that. But just don't try to be too available. Don't try to be too honest. For example, there are boundaries in dating. And you want to make sure that a guy that you are dating is not overstepping his boundaries. So he may ask you a question that initially makes you feel uncomfortable. And you want to be honest and you want to be truthful, but you don't want to be too honest or too truthful. So if he's asking you questions about, let's say, sexual partners, and he wants to know what's your magic number. I mean, ladies, I would think that it's too early on to give him that number. Honestly, I think a real man is not even going to ask you for that number, because he shouldn't be concerned with who you slept with before in the past, honestly. And if he is, that might be a red flag. But if he does ask that question, you want to say, instead of giving him an answer, you're not lying, but you're just not going to answer his question directly. You should say, right now that question makes me uncomfortable. Can we revisit it at a later time? Or, I'm uncomfortable with answering that question right now. Something like that. And just leave it at that. And trust me, I promise you, when you say that, that's going to pipe him all the way down, girl. Like, it's going to shut him up. Trust me. I've done it plenty of times. I mean, and if you feel like these are just my steps, I mean, if you feel like you want to answer that question, go right ahead. Again, that was just an example. But it goes for, everything. Just kind of remain as a mystery to them. The fifth mistake that women make in dating, I think, would be not holding these men accountable. Ladies, we have to hold these men accountable for their actions. If we don't, you are setting up the scene for him to treat you any type of way, do you any type of way, for you not to be a priority in his life, for him to come up with lame excuses about why he couldn't do this or do that, or why he, for whatever the reason may be. We have to hold these men accountable. A lot of times I see in dating and relationships, and I've been through myself as well, I'm not exempt to this either, nor am I perfect, is that we find ourselves accepting bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you like this is the best piece of advice that I have for anyone dating. When someone shows you who they are, it is up to you to believe them, okay? A lot of times we like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm a sucker for benefit of the doubt. I always want to say, well, or oh, or this or that. If that man is not showing you that you are a priority in his life, then that's it. That's all you need to know. And if he's doing that in the dating phase, imagine if you are in a relationship, or imagine if you're married, how he would do you. Because at that point, he already has you. He has you right where he wants you. So he knows you're not going anywhere. Teach them how to treat you. And you do that very early on. Don't wait until 6 months, a year later down the line. Show him from day one. This is what I expect. This is how I expect to be treated. This is how I expect to be handled, how I expect to be talked to. and you will do such. And if he doesn't, then that's okay. That's okay as well. Good day. Good day, sir. That's it. That's all it is to it. That's it. One thing for certain, ladies, if you allow him to not make you a priority and make bogus, lame excuses, then he will do just that. They only do what you allow them to do to you. That's why different women accept different things. You see women in relationships that settle for men that cheat on them, that get other women pregnant, and that do all types of things, and they stay with those men. And of course that man is going to stay. He gets to dabble in other things, and then he also gets his wife or his main girlfriend at home. And then you have women who don't allow or don't accept those type of things, and they're very clear about it. And if they do run into that issue, they leave. So ladies, I say all that to say, take these 5 steps and apply them to your dating life. And also, the best piece of advice that I would say, honestly, would be to listen to your intuition. Listen to your inner self. It will never steer you wrong in any situation, and I can guarantee you on that. I've been in situations where I've went against what my intuition has said, and the situation drew itself out, and what my intuition was trying to tell me initially revealed itself. So if you're struggling with, I don't know, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, I will recommend listening to your intuition. Also, pray on the issue. If you pray and ask God to lead you and show you and lead you in the right direction and remove all evil or remove unnecessary people from your life, I promise you, he'll do it just like that. Promise you. So never allow a man to treat you any type of way. You show him and you teach him how he should treat you and how he should handle you. Always listen to your intuition, ladies. And again, don't be so hard on yourself. We are all human and we all make mistakes. So it's perfectly fine. I mean, life is growing pains. You learn, you live, and you learn. You know, I would have never learned these 5 mistakes unless I made them. That's how I learned. I learned from my mistakes. So take it, use it, and do what you can with it, okay? Again, I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about these 5 steps that women, or these 5 mistakes that women make in dating. Bye. See y'all in the next video.